What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media. And everybody, football is back. It's Sunday. Alabama lost. Stanford did too. They looked horrible. That worst defensive line and offensive line I've ever seen. Caleb Williams had about 400 years to throw the ball every snap. But Joshua, Ravens football, we play in an hour. What are you thinking for this game? How you feeling?
Well, man, it's time for us to fly, man. The Ravens flock, man. It has been, a long time coming. It just from going from the uncertainties of whether Lamar is going to be here to adding the additions of Odell Beckham Jr. through free agency, going in the draft of getting Zay Flowers, a very dynamic player. Granted, Mark Andrews is not going to be there for game one, but it's okay. We have other, tight ends that could be very serviceable, just the same way, even though Patrick Mahomes and company lost, they was put out there, their go-to guy Travis Kelce. They had other tight ends that were serviceable for them, but I feel like our group of guys is, not slightly better, but better. Than than their number 2 and number 3 tight end. But it's glad to be here Sunday talking to the family, getting ready for some Ravens football, man. So I'm excited, man, for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I see Living Legend in here. I see Benjamin saying Shador Sanders over Caleb Williams. Hey, in the Heisman race, he's probably leading the Heisman race right now, unless y'all are Michael Penix guys like myself. I love Michael Penix. He's at about 850 yards and 8 touchdowns as well. So
I like the running back out of Penn State, but I don't think he's up there.
Oh, yeah. Running backs, it usually takes like 6-7 weeks before they start getting their recognition. Quarterbacks, everyone's just like, oh, look, they threw for 400 yards. It's like, well, okay. They played against Saginaw State. All right, let's pump the brakes on the quarterback passing yards and touchdowns. Like I saw somebody say, exactly. I saw somebody say that Marvin Harrison Jr. is already an NFL wide receiver, and I would agree with that statement. I think he's already there. But then they showed a highlight against Youngstown State on a busted coverage where he just ran uncovered, and it was like, okay, this isn't the right thing to show for that. Yeah, he's elite. He would be probably a top 15, maybe top 10 wide receiver in the NFL right now. But let's not act like Youngstown State is the NFL competition that he's going up against. He wasn't cooking nobody. It was just busted coverages.
Facts.
Lisa says, call me crazy, but I'm feeling 45-10 Ravens purple. Hey, week one Ravens are legit. They have one loss in the last 6 games, and that was to the Las Vegas Raiders. That was the first ever game with fans at Allegiant Stadium. But other than that, I mean, Ravens Dolphins was a blowout. Ravens played the Browns one year. That was a blowout. They played the Jets last year, and it wasn't a blowout, but it was it got out of hand quickly after about half of the first quarter. The Ravens started to remember how to play football because remember, they don't start their guys in the preseason. It takes about half a quarter, maybe a couple drives to be 100%. But I mean, they just have crushed most of the opponents that they've played week one, and they've had a favorable schedule week one. It's not like they're going out there against, Super Bowl champions and stuff like that, but it should be a favorable matchup for Baltimore today.
I'm looking at
Chris Reed's in here. AB 2.0. It's Sane AV. Sane AV is Zay Flowers. He's Antonio Brown minus the mental stuff. That was so funny.
Hey, I did say, in the previous episode that we, recorded this week. If you haven't, this past week, if you haven't checked it out, go ahead, check it, like it, share, subscribe, comment, and share with your family and friends. I did say that, Zay is a combination of Tyreek Hill and AB. But when we say AB, like McConnell said, the same AB or what seemed to be sane AB.
No, I mean, legend, absolute legend. That quote will be, and we clowned on it when it happened. We own it. We weren't as high on Zay Flowers as a lot of other people in the draft. We still had him as a round 1 wide receiver. Don't get that twisted. We were just very high on that. And Joey Porter Jr. But I'm excited. Like, it's not just the Ravens that I'm excited for, right? There are so many teams and players this week that I am just like sitting here waiting to watch. I wanted to watch Gibbs on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, I watched
really
him.
Good. Unfortunately, the Lions were probably pretty smart, and they're like, "Hey, let's get you used to the NFL before we, just start feeding you carries." But I want to see. Obviously, I want to see the Ravens rookies. I want to see how C.J. Stroud looks. I want to see how, Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns look. Just full off season for him. Is he going to be that Houston guy, or is he going to be the guy he was last year, which was not worth the fully guaranteed contract he got, if we're being honest? I want to see Baker. I love watching Baker Mayfield. I want to see him in Tampa. I want to see him take down the Vikings. I want to see.
Who does Carolina play?
Carolina plays the Falcons. Bryce Young versus Bijan Robinson. Fun game again.
Yes,
Jaguars play the Colts. We get Calvin Ridley versus Anthony Richardson, like two guys that we haven't seen Calvin Ridley in 2 years. We haven't seen Anthony Richardson in the NFL. That's fun. Brock Purdy starting a game on week 1 against the Steelers defense. How is that going to go? I'm not going to lie. I don't care about Cardinals Commanders. Whatever. Yeah, that's a wash. Broncos Raiders. Sean Payton coaching the Broncos. How does Russell Wilson look? How does Javonte Williams look coming back from injury? I don't care about Jimmy Garoppolo, though. Nothing on the Raiders I care about. Dolphins Chargers. Do we see Devin Achane? I don't know. Do we see Quentin Johnston? I don't know. How do those guys look? Eagles Patriots. I want to see Zeke score a touchdown. That's about all I'm looking forward to in that game. I got AJ Brown on my fantasy team. I'll say that.
But they do play at 8, don't they?
They play at 425.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Bears Packers. Jordan Love season debut.
He ain't got Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, DJ Moore. Like, how do they play together? Like, that is Fox. I always hate how Fox calls all of their 4:00 games the game of the week, whatever game they think is better. And most of the time it's like a trash game or it's a Cowboys game. This one's actually probably the game of the week on Fox. This is probably my most anticipated huge rivalry debuts of two quarterbacks, or at least two systems, right? The new passing Bears versus the Green Bay Packers, still with similar players, but Rams Seahawks, I don't care. Puka Nacua. Let's see a Puka Nacua touchdown. That's all I care about in that game. And Cowboys Giants Sunday Night Football rivalry game week 1. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll get to watch Giants drafting one of our guys that we really like, Jalen Hyatt. Cowboys, they just have a lot of fun players to watch. Micah Parsons being one of them. And then Bills Jets tomorrow night. This is a great week 1. Great week 1 slate for debuts and being able to watch. Like, the teams that aren't that good are playing the teams that aren't that good. I feel like the Ravens and the Eagles are the only teams that I think are really good that played against teams that aren't really good.
Yeah, mostly it's been like an even playing field for sure. But
exactly. Like, even like Chiefs Lions, it's like the Lions aren't a bad team. Like,
come up.
Yes,
for sure.
They're not like the top tier, but they're still a pretty solid team. So we get actually good quality matchups. I'm saying this, there's going to be 5 blowout games by 40 points. I'm going to look like an absolute idiot, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Void trying to bring back. Hey, Void, you can't be trying to bring him back. You wanted him gone. You wanted him gone. Oof. What do we expect with our cornerback room?
I know Army Davis not playing today neither. What do you guys expect? Zone coverage. A lot of pressure from that front seven. There's nothing else to it, Jeffrey. When we talked about it, we talked about the most important position on that defensive side of the ball, and I think we agreed on it, McConnell. It's going to be that front seven without any pass rush, without putting any type of pressure on the QB. This ailing back seven is going to be hurting even more because if we give QBs time, they're going to be able to find they're going to be able to find an open guy. And CJ Stroud, even though Ohio State pretty much let their wide receivers just run freely with their route tree, I still think he'll be able to find the open man. He will have Tank Dell on his side. So Tank Dell is pretty much he's close to what Zay Flowers is, but not as close.
Yeah, he's a little bit smaller, a little bit more undersized.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the top speed of Zay, but again, very intriguing player. I wish John Mechie was playing. John Mechie's out this game. I mean, it helps the Ravens, but I kind of want to see him debut. Benjamin says, want to see Derek Carr on the Saints. That's a good one. How does Michael Thomas look? How does they don't have Alvin Kamara, but how does Jamal Williams combined with, I don't even know who their backup is. I know they drafted Keandre Miller, but I think Keandre's out today, so they might have like Latavius Murray or something like that back. I honestly don't know who their fourth string running back is. Sorry, Ridge fan, I let you guys down. Dallas Giants tonight. Yeah, that's a really good game. Chris Reed, you know what I can't wait for? I can't wait to see our receivers not run into each other all the time, and also seeing our former wide receiver one, Project Pat, going in motion out the slot.
You know what, Chris? I like that. I love that take. I'm not mad at that at all because, I mean, hey, we done seen so many bunch plays. We done seen them guys bumping into each other. We didn't, like you said, we done seen our former number one wide receiver, Project Pat, in the slot, and catching the rock for 5, maybe 3 yards and taking somebody for a ride. So, nah, man, it's definitely going to be a nuance. I just say, everybody, let's just enjoy it. Let's not have no high expectations. I know we want to win the Super Bowl every year because we are Ravens fans, but let's just enjoy this game. Let's just see, how far this offense goes. Let's just see how far Lamar continues to progress as a quarterback. Because sometimes when you have high expectations, you sometimes fall flat on your face. So even though I want the Ravens to win the Super Bowl this year, I gotta be real. This is a new offense, and this is game one. So I just want to see, smart decisions, game management, and I do want to see some explosive plays. I definitely want to see my defense, get at the CJ Stroud and company. I want to see Will Anderson Jr. be blocked. I don't need him touching my QB. I don't need him touching my QB. I don't care what side he lines up on. So Morgan Moses, Ronnie Stanley, put his behind in the dirt all damn day.
Yep. And another big thing to watch in this game is just like the progressions that Lamar is going through. Which players is he looking at first? We don't have Mark Andrews. We don't have the check down. The only guys he has chemistry with that he will be seeing at least somewhat consistently are Bateman and Likely, which still isn't a lot of chemistry. He's had Bateman for 2 years now, but he's missed significant time, as has Lamar. Isaiah Likely played a little bit with Lamar Jackson, a couple of games last year. I know he started the game against Tampa Bay. Mark Andrews was out, I believe, in that game. But limited experience in those wide receivers. Is Lamar going to Zay? Is Lamar going to Odell? Is he going to Bateman? Where is he throwing the football? I was looking at the over-unders for yardages of the Ravens wide receivers, and it was like Odell Beckham Jr., 37 yards. Rashad Bateman, like 34 yards. Zay Flowers, 40 yards. So, like, that's the expectations right now. I guarantee one of those wide receivers is probably going for 80 or 90, maybe even 100 yards. Lamar's going to be throwing the football. I think this is going to show a lot of people that the Ravens are not just a running team. They're going to go out there and they're going to try and sling the rock. Like, that is what their plan is going to be, because this is where you get to fix out the kinks. This is the type of game where you get to find out that chemistry. We know the Ravens can run the football. They've run the football well for 4 years in a row. They have a similar offensive line to what they had last year. They could run the ball last year. They have J.K. Dobbins. They've got a good back. We want to see him throw. Todd Monken wants to see him throw. And we want to see the Ravens wide receivers catch touchdown passes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up with you, King Judah? Hey, man, listen, just because Anthony Brown, Jr. got cut, don't mean he trash, man. Come on, man. Relax on that, man. When he turns up, he turns up. But no, man, welcome to the stream, man. I'm glad everybody's in here, man. Let's definitely have a good time. I did love the fact that someone brought up that that the Texans three of their starting linemen will be will not be playing today, and I believe they are on the IR. So could we see the preview of David Ojabo and the Daffy Way Basham brother type show? I hope so. Maybe.
And the Ravens are rocking purple jerseys, white pants, it looks like today. Classic combo. Good combo. I like that. Let's see here. Yeah, missing 3 defensive linemen. That's tough. In terms of guys on offense, Joshua, for this game without Mark Andrews, how do the Ravens make up for it? Do they just run the same offense and just let Isaiah Likely be Mark Andrews beta, or do they try and switch it up and maybe go with less 2 tight end sets and go after some, more 5 wide and get, receivers more involved?
I think you still keep the same offensive style. This is not nothing new to Isaiah Likely, in my opinion. Isaiah Likely, because I believe Mark Andrews was hurt, or maybe he sat out a couple games last year as well, and Isaiah stepped in. So I don't see them implementing a whole new scheme just because Mark Andrews is out. I see them still going to run the same things. I see Isaiah because we've seen Isaiah shine. I mean, this is when Mark is out. Isaiah usually has a big day, but I'm loving. I do love when I'm looking forward to when Mark comes back and seeing how him and Isaiah can play off each other when they're on the field together. I'm looking forward to Charlie Kolar getting his opportunity, in a regular season game, seeing what he can do, see what he can bring to this office as well. Because he had he was injured last year. He's shown flashes during preseason that he can be the number 3 tight end, and I think he steps up as well. So I see them still keeping the same style of offense, a scheme, and yeah, man, we still gonna make things happen.
Definitely. First game without Roman since 2018. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, John, don't make me cry either, man, because this is about to be a breath of fresh air for sure.
Yeah. It's like, what do you think last year the Ravens were about 55% pass? What do you think the Ravens will be at today?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't call it. Like it is a little wet out there. I feel like the ball will be thrown. I don't want to say it's going to be a heavy dose of JK. I think they're going to work him in. So I don't know. It's like I really don't got no expectations for this game, man. It's just like I'm just ready. I'm ready to see what these guys do. And
yeah,
see it just play out.
One thing that I'm really interested to see how they use is the third down running back. Because obviously Greg Roman's philosophy, right? 3 yards of play. Usually there's about 2, but 3 yards of play, right? You get 3 yards of play and you're, if you do one play that's good and it gets you 4 yards, it gets you the first down. So with that offense, it was designed to be third and short, third and short, third and short, third and short. So you'd be able to have your standard running back in, and you could pass or you could run, whatever you wanted to do. That's what his offense was based on. It's fundamental football. Stay on schedule to get that first down. Todd Monken is going to pass the ball more. Now, he's obviously going to still try and get yards, but that's going to lead to more incompletions. That's going to lead to more third and longs. Hopefully not. But that's just what's going to happen. Hopefully it's less third downs, but there's probably going to be more 3rd and 7s than we used to have with Greg Roman. Now, hopefully on those 3rd and 7s, it's not Patrick Ricard running a wheel route as our number 1 option. That's the difference. He's got better options to beat that play. But in more 3rd and longs, you're going to have your third down running back out there. Is it going to be J.K. Dobbins, or are they going to use Justice Hill? Like, is Justice Hill going to get work in offense? I felt like he was liked by Monken. It felt like in the preseason. Do we see him at all in the game, in a close game, in pass catching situations? Or we haven't gotten to see it yet, Joshua. We haven't gotten to see it. Remember after his rookie year, and it was like J.K. Dobbins, all he worked on was his hands. Yeah. It was like, we are so ready to watch the J.K. Dobbins pass catching. And then he got hurt. We didn't get to see it. And then Greg Roman never throws to running backs. And so we didn't get to see it again.
Yeah.
Do we get to see the Ohio State J.K. Dobbins, who was a pass catcher? He wasn't, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, but he could still catch passes. Do we see him as a consistent check down for Lamar, or do we start seeing Justice Hill in that situation? Who are we using at that pass catching running back spot?
I definitely think that they're going to try JK out because, I mean, remember the preseason, those 3 games, they actually had designed plays, passing plays for the running back coming out the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So, between using the running backs, whether it's Justice Hill or J.K. Dobbins, or using, Zay Flowers in the short pass and let him, get the yards at the catch, it's going to open up so many possibilities. So I definitely feel like, we're going to see the pass catching running back game early. I see it being rather early versus later, honestly.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely agree. I think the goal is going to be dink and dunk until they bring the safeties in. Greg Roman would try and bring the safeties in by running the football. I think Tom Munkin's going to be trying to be underneath. And we have weapons that can make people miss underneath, like, say, Flowers and,
Sure.
The running backs and Isaiah Likely even. But then eventually he's going to take those deep shots. And Odell can go deep down the sideline. He's not going to, burn you, but he can make a difficult catch 30, 40 yards down the field, sometimes with one hand, sometimes over Cowboys defenders. We'll see. But then when we take those deep shots, is it Zay Flowers running a deep post? Is it Rashad Bateman running a deep post? They can all run the deep route. And that's very beneficial for the Ravens, where it's not just one guy where you go, okay, there's the deep threat, put a safety on him. It's any of them can be deep threats. Even Nelson Aguilar, that's what he was. He was a deep threat. So if you go 5 wide, that's 4 deep threats. And even Isaiah Likely can get behind the defense. He has good speed. So it's not something where you're just focusing in on, there's Hollywood. All right, get over to him. We're not worried about anybody else, because that's what it was. It was just Hollywood. And then last year it was just Bateman. Like, we weren't worried about Prochet, Demarcus Robinson, Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins was Mr. Give up on the ball when it's probably going to hit you in the hands in the end zone. But, besides the point.
Yeah.
Shout out to that Dolphins game. That was a fun one. Will there be a snap count on the running backs? I don't think so, Luke. That's a good question, though.
No, I definitely feel like everybody's going to be used efficiently. He did it at Georgia. He did it in Tampa. He did it in Cleveland. Everybody was used efficiently. I think it's going to be a well-balanced breakfast offense over here in Baltimore for sure. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, he did understand that, the Ravens' identity since we've been in the league has been run the ball. But knowing the fact that, we about to throw in a big help in a passing, I think we're not going to stay away from the run game. So I definitely feel like, they won't be on a hard snap count.
Yeah, I agree. First play action screen to Aguilar. I'm gonna say this. I don't think Nelson Aguilar is on the field for the first play. I'm just making that prediction right now. That is my prediction right now.
That was funny.
How will Zay do in his debut?
First quick question.
Big Zay, Lil Zay. I assume Lil Zay. I
think Lil Zay go crazy, man. I think they want to showcase him off immediately. I don't think they're gonna waste any time. Yeah, I definitely feel like that first possession, it's gonna go all to Zay. Well, he's gonna be targeted. I feel like he's gonna be targeted a lot, and Zay's going to take the best of his opportunities given to him. Like, I say this again, anytime I believe he's the oldest sibling of 14, and he had to grow up quick and things of that nature. When you have those type of personalities of any adult taking on that leadership at the early age, and how he breaks down defenses and things of that nature, and how he studies the game and how he preps himself, people are destined for greatness, in my opinion. Anybody can argue that, and it's totally fine. But I feel like he definitely, shows out. And and rise to the occasion. This is what he's been prepping himself for. This is what he's been working his way up to. And now is the time for him to, really shine out and show out. We've seen glimpses in the preseason. Now we're going to see him for a whole game. And I think he's going to have a great day.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we're going to see is I think we're going to see the Ravens try and get him the football. I think there's going to be multiple screens, multiple bubbles. And I think they're going to at least try and take some shots to him down the field. I mean, I don't necessarily – somebody predicted that he was going to be like Hollywood in his debut. Hollywood Brown might have had the greatest debut for any wide receiver in history. He put up – his first 2 catches were for 50-plus yard touchdowns or 40 and 80 yards. He put up like 230 yards and 2 touchdowns in his debut. That was like one of the greatest debuts anybody has ever seen. Now, I will say, I believe the best first catch anyone's ever seen was probably Justin Jefferson. I think his first career catch was a deep ball. It was like a 70-yard touchdown against the Packers. I could be wrong on that. But I think Zay Flowers is going to be 6-7 receptions, 65 to 75 yards. Hopefully, it's like 100 yards because one of them was a 35-yard, deep shot or, a big play. But I'm not expecting them to just be like Hollywood Brown where it's just every time they're just trying to hit him deep. I think they're going to try and hit him underneath a lot more than people are expecting. And he's going to have to use his kind of agility and athleticism to be able to get those 10-yard receptions. Whereas I think Rashad Bateman and Odell are going to be the guys past the chains. And they're going to be the guys catching it, not getting a lot of yak. And hopefully, I mean, we know Rashad Bateman has yak. Just look at the Dolphins game last year. Took 170 yards to the house on a slant. So we're going to see what they're using with all these guys. But, I mean, Will, I'm with you. I need Zay to score 2 touchdowns today. I'm with you.
Now, Will, it sounds like if you're playing fantasy, is that why you need Zay to get 2 touchdowns today? Or you just want Zay to get 2 touchdowns just for his own record? I'm just asking. No, man, listen, I'm loving the predictions, honestly. I do feel like, Zay Flowers could possibly go crazy. And like you said, man, it doesn't have to be a continuous deep ball. It can be him literally going across the middle, putting somebody in a spin cycle. See? Okay then. All right.
There we go.
I respect it.
See, I don't have any things going on right now in terms of I'm sorry, I just looked at my fantasy football team and said I had 17 points. And I was like, how the heck do I have 17 points? They gave the Ravens defense 10 points already. They don't play for another 30 minutes. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I was like, man, I only had Gibbs play. He definitely didn't get 17. But no, I mean, like, for me right now, the things I have in this game on certain sites are Lamar Jackson 2 touchdown passes. I think that's pretty easy. I think there's going to be a long touchdown. I think I hit over 38-yard touchdown in this game for either team. I have one parlay of Zay Flowers touchdown, Odell touchdown, Zay Flowers 40 yards, and there's one other thing. Maybe it was just that. No, there's one other thing. Oh no. What was the other thing? Did I put something crazy in there? It wasn't crazy. I don't think. Oh, Justin Tucker to make 3 extra points. I think it was.
Awesome.
Yeah, so basically the Ravens score 3 touchdowns. I felt like that was pretty good. I like this one, Will. I like this lay. That's a good one. Let's see. What if we traded like a 5th to the – we're not getting Hollywood for a 5th. I would love it. Actually, we wouldn't even need Hollywood. He'd just come here and he'd be upset about everything. I don't know. I don't think we need Hollywood. Now, if someone got injured, yeah, we need Hollywood. But like, we could go out there and sign Deshaun Jackson if we wanted a deep threat.
I don't know. I might have to take the Marcus Robinson back. I don't know.
Let's see it. Theory. Lamar has 3 touchdowns on the ground. We spread the ball out, leaving the linebackers on the edge. No, I definitely like that. Like, I think that's one of the big things that Tom Monken will help out with is with Greg Roman, everybody was in the box because everybody knew that it was going to either be a Lamar run or a run up the middle. And so now all of a sudden it's like, okay, The Ravens are going to be slinging it. Reminds me of that Titans game in the playoffs. Not the bad one, the good one. Lamar Jackson drops back. Nobody's open, scrambles up the middle, takes it up the right side, scores a touchdown. Huge play in that game because they were spreading the ball. When you spread the ball, the linebackers have to watch out. And now we're in a situation where you have to decide, where do you want your extra man? Do you want your extra man on Mark Andrews? Do you want your extra man spying Lamar Jackson? Do you want your extra man over top covering Odell or Zay or Bateman? You got to make a choice. You didn't have to make that choice the last few years. It was spy Lamar.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's how you stop the Ravens. You spy Lamar Jackson because the Ravens can't do anything else because he's throwing to DeMarcus Robinson, Sammy Watkins, 38-year-old. No, he's 36. But Deshaun Jackson. There was nobody.
No,
okay,
man,
Void. Void putting out bad energy over here. Bad juju right there, Void.
The boy be on it, man. I cannot lie with the names, man.
Hollywood would come here to lead the team and drop passes.
Man, I don't know, man. This is something. But it's something we constantly been preaching about. I love the fact that Void brought it up about Lamar getting to it. The design runs will be there. But I feel like what makes a quarterback great is still being able to see the field, being able to, break down the defense with his feet, make things happen. JJ.
Remember when we signed him and we didn't use him?
We did. He just wasn't getting
one
the ball.
Time.
Like my man,
we threw that
literally every time.
Snap, throw, 8 yards, and it was like, we're never doing that again. Even though they're playing 25 yards off of Des Bryant, we're not going to get him the ball quickly.
That was so tough.
Appreciate the subscribe, Will.
Appreciate that.
We always love having you guys in here. And Will knows what's up. He mentioned the food. Guys, let us know what you guys are eating today. I got donuts yesterday. I was super excited. I go downstairs to have a donut before the show. Ants all over the donuts. Throw them all away. I'm so sad. Didn't get any donuts.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'll be hurt. I ain't ate nothing yet. That's not 72 days.
Des had 9 receptions for the Ravens, 47 yards. 2 touchdowns. I remember one of the touchdowns against the Titans. Game day chicken and rice. That's a good one, Void.
Okay, I like that.
After that Greg Roman offense.
I'm with you on that,
Greg Roman out there terrorizing high school football right now, so don't worry about that.
I believe that. The funny thing is, I know we joke about it, but I do think he is coaching high school football. This time for real.
Probably is. Might be there with David Shaw.
Possibly. Coach Prost. I think Coach Prost. Oh my gosh! I think he's the one down in Georgia. I think he hit his son, and like somebody reported it. Like
it was Jacksonville. The Giants. There might have been a pass interference or something when he scored against the Titans. I feel like he did, but then maybe he did get called back. I do remember the Jacksonville one. I can't remember the Giants one. He had one on the left side of the end zone, and then one running across the back. I believe, if I'm remembering right. Ground and pound in the rain. No, we're cutting them raindrops. I do not care. All right.
Oh, no, we slinging that thing for sure.
We do not care. We are throwing through the rain. All right. This is a new era. We are not going out there Greg Romaning this football game. All right. We are going to have fun.
Devin Wilcox say he got Taco Bell. Devin, why don't you not on the toilet throughout the whole game? Have fun at it, man.
Oh yeah. I'm probably gonna just be having some. You guys have Trader Joe's out in. I know it's more of a West Coast thing. You guys got Trader Joe's. Do you guys know those like chocolate cat cookies?
No,
like cracker things,
like that. But I think I've seen.
If anybody goes to Trader Joe's, you guys know about the chocolate like cat cookies. Absolutely slap. I got some of those in the pantry, so I'll probably be snacking on those. Those are fire. Yes. Void with a good reference right here. Shout out Adele.
For sure. No, Adele had the bangers.
How long before we start complaining about Monk? Depends on if he's really bad or not. Here's the thing. You can't be worse than Roman. As much as we may complain about Monken, always remember there's a worse guy out there for the team. Don knows. Don knows what's up.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to pop out the Trader Joe's one day then. See what's going on.
Trader Joe's fire. Trader Joe's, you'd like think it's really expensive, and then you go in there and everything's insanely cheap, and you're like, "What? What is this?"
It's cheap. I think it's cheaper than Whole Foods for sure.
Oh, it's way cheap. Like, no, it's like the same price as like maybe even cheaper than like your normal grocery store. It is like because it's all Trader Joe's brand stuff. There's no like other brand, and so they just call it like unique names, so people think, oh, it's like specialty. In reality, it's cheaper, and it's like the Safeway brand, but it's like good quality.
Like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't. I had one that makes about 5-10 minutes away from me.
Meat and cheese snacks. Hey, there's nothing wrong with meat and cheese snacks right there, Luke. That stuff slaps. In-store monopoly. It kind of is. Dude, JoJo's. I think JoJo's are what they call their Oreos. Their Oreos are pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Good stuff. Didn't think I'd be hyping up Trader Joe's on the show today, but I'm always down for Trader Joe's hype.
Trader Joe's
best. I'll say this: best cereal of all time is at Trader Joe's. They're called peanut butter puffins.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows, peanut butter puffins, my favorite cereal of all time. I will sit there and I will eat 6 boxes in a row, just like pouring a new bowl.
Is that like a brand of Captain Crunch peanut butter?
No, it's like actually like puffins are like their own thing. They're not off brand anything. They're like they're like large. I don't know, probably like this big. And they're just like peanut butter. Kind of reminds me of like, oh gosh, what I can't even think of like a comparison. They're like, I don't know, they're like hard and crunchy, but not like break your teeth. Like it's like it's like a wafer. Not actually a wafer, but it's like really peanut buttery. You guys like peanut butter puffins from Trader Joe's are fire. Who's pre-gaming with me? Like Captain Crunch, but like not that hard. Like nowhere near as hard as that. Like it's like soft on a like you bite into it and it's like soft. And
see, like, King Drew said Reese's Puffs. I was thinking,
kind of like a Reese's Puff.
Okay,
but a little bit crunchier on the outside, but really big. Like
okay.
3 in a like the size of Frosted Mini Wheats.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, fire stuff. Void, why you hate on Captain Crunch? Captain Crunch is fire.
I stopped eating Captain Crunch when I was younger.
Honey Bunch of Oats is pretty good. I'll say that. That's good. Peanut butter cookie crisp. I think I did a cookie crisp one time recently, but corn pops are fire. I love corn pops.
OG. That's some OG cereal right there. I'm gonna just be bland. I'll be hitting Frosted Flakes or Apple Jacks. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, those are still great cereals right there.
I go Golden Grams every once in a while. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ooh.
I knew somebody was going to say Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yep. Cinnamon Toast Crunch can be a little too sweet for me, so I stay away from it. I leave it for my niece and nephew, my daughter.
I be eating any cereal. I don't care what it is.
Sometimes I be on my old man stuff with the Raisin Bran Crunch.
Raisin Bran's kind of fire. Like everybody hates on Raisin Bran. But
I don't like regular Raisin Bran. Like Raisin Bran Crunch though, man, that's fire.
You just like the crunch? Okay.
Yeah. Like with Raisin Bran, regular Raisin Bran, I feel like you gotta eat that fast before it get way soggy.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs are good. I'm more into Cocoa Pebbles than Cocoa Puffs, but solid. Honey Nut Cheerios, staple, classic cereal.
Helps out with the cholesterol, keeps it down. And nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing better than the pregame shows when it always just becomes a food
Yeah,
discussion
man.
every time. Because we don't have to, it's not like going on the podcast platform, so people wouldn't be listening and just get really confused. This is just for the YouTube people before the game. Special K. Y'all ever had the Special K like double chocolate delight or Special K chocolate? That stuff is really good.
I only tried the strawberry joint one time.
Cookie Crisp, dude. Giovanni.
Cookie Crisp chills.
It's all right. I would much rather have a lot of other cereals than Cookie Crisp, but like at the same time, if Cookie Crisp is in the pantry, I'm eating the Cookie Crisp. Like,
yeah,
what's the worst kind of oatmeal? I don't know.
I don't eat none of the flavored. Yeah, I don't eat none of the flavored oatmeals. I do regular oatmeal, and I put my own blueberries, brown sugar, honey, and cinnamon in that joint, and let it work as magic.
Yeah. Eatsock says cereal instead of game day. Hey, if the people want the cereal discussion, we are here for the cereal discussion.
We got to speak about it, man. Come on now.
Void. Of course, Void has already had his Cookie Crisp.
God damn it.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a good question. Don, how many turnovers today on defense? What you thinking?
Question. I'm going with 3. I was gonna say 1, and then I was like, wait a minute, we're playing a rookie quarterback in his debut. I think we get a couple of interceptions. I think that's what it's gonna be. I think the Texans are gonna be down. They're gonna be trying to sling the rock. I think Marcus Williams, Kyle Hamilton each get themselves 1, and then I think we get a forced fumble.
Yeah, definitely. I can get with that. Honestly, I feel like that front 7. They're gonna put some. I'm praying and hoping that they put a lot of pressure on CJ Stroud today. that we get a pick 6 from Marcus Williams. To get him acclimated back into the thing. I got Kyle Hamilton either getting a pick or possible from the recovery. And Mr. Adafio Way, I gotta start with him, man. I know everybody's expecting big things for David Ojabo, but hey, man, he's we drafted the project guy in the first round. This is his 3rd year. Usually our guys, especially on the defensive side of the ball, come alive in their 3rd year. So I'm hoping that this can be a beginning and start of a new era for Adafio Way. He says he wants to be a 10+ sack type of man. Well, today starts that journey. So I definitely hope he gets after CJ Stroud, make him force a fumble, maybe even pick it up, and maybe run a few yards. Pull a Jadeveon Clowney today. Go crazy.
Mm-hmm. Is Pepe playing? No, Pepe is on IR, I think Rock Ya-Sin is active. I think it was Jameson Hensley said right now the guy's warming up with the first team defense was Darby and Brandon Stevens. Yikes. But maybe we get the B Steve pick we've been waiting for.
I hope so, man. I mean, it's long overdue.
What's going on, Big Cuz?
What's going on with you, baby?
What's going on with our DBs being hurt? Raven curse? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This has been a common theme. Old Ravens fans know about the Jimmy Smith days. Every year it was like you can never have too many cornerbacks, and yet we still didn't have enough.
And then on top of that, EDC did the best that he could to address the holes. There's still some holes that we need to fill for sure. But I mean, what we got to week 8, week 10 before a trade deadline for this season. So, I mean, if so, EDC is known to make some things happen during the midseason. Yeah. So, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be worried, but I wouldn't be dying over it.
I think right now Anthony Averett's available. So I mean, always go back to that well.
I mean, hey, we got to do it. We got to do it.
All right, Joshua. I think it's time.
Is that time?
About 10 minutes till game time. Bold predictions for the first game of the NFL season. Everybody, comment down your bold predictions. We're going to start with offense. I'll let you go first, Joshua. What's your bold prediction for the Ravens offense today?
Damn, man. I got to go with my running back, man. JK, he's coming back. I feel like he gets a combined of 150 yards with one tutty. I feel like he breaks one out.
I'm going with, it's been a while since we've seen it, a Jackson 5.
Ooh.
It's been a while.
Start the season off right there.
I think we get Zay. I think we get Odell for 2. I think one of the 5 is a rushing. I'll say that right now. And I think the last one is going to be Mr. Gorilla himself.
Isaiah Likely. I like that.
Let's see here. We got Jackson's 6 prediction. We got to get that score prediction. I've only ever given one score prediction, I feel like. Chiefs, Ravens. I got that one right. Score prediction. All right. We'll go score prediction. 41 for 17. 41. No, 41 16. 41 16. That's my score prediction. 3 field goals for the Texans. Oh, I love this one. OBJ is a passing and receiving touchdown. Todd Monken loved the Odell Beckham Jr. pass. He's actually pretty money with it too. I remember Odell would swing at least once a year.
He can swing for sure. Damn, if I gotta go with score prediction, I might have to. I'm gonna go 48-9.
48-9. I like it. No touchdowns, or we block an extra point or something. I don't know.
I got him hitting 3 field goals. I got him. I mean, I'm not going to take nothing away from CJ and them. But he, if he's able to move the ball, You know, I just see the defense not breaking. I see them bending and don't break.
Let's see here. Defensive side of the ball. What are you thinking, Joshua?
Man, damn. I see 5 sacks and a pick 6 from Mr. Roquan Smith himself to get that defensive player of the year campaign started early.
I like it. I'm gonna go with interception for our guy Kyle Hamilton, and I'm gonna go with a forced fumble from Kyle Hamilton as well. Fumble and a pick.
I can see him going crazy.
Yeah.
Year number 2, the game slowed down. Yeah, I like it.
3 sacks for Roquan and 2 picks.
Woo!
I don't even know if Roquan's going to blitz 3 times in this game, but I'm all for it.
Benjamin PQ with 2 sacks today. Now, I can see that happening.
I like that one. I like that one a lot, actually. Nothing better than Patrick Queen on a blitz. That's where he's really good. That is where he is elite.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, Ojabo, 2 sacks and fumble return for a touchdown. I got one.
Talk to him.
Patrick Ricard plays a defensive snap today.
I can see that happening.
I think he hops in on the defensive line.
I definitely see that happening.
Do you guys have any last couple of questions? I got to go get YouTube TV set up for this NFL Sunday Ticket. We're going to see how this goes. Hopefully, NFL Sunday Ticket works on YouTube. This is going to be a big discovery day for a lot of people.
I want to say, let me know how that goes for you.
Yeah, we're going to find out. Tyus Bowser sacking a pick, 7 sacks.
I thought he was on the IR today. I thought Tyus was on the IR.
Bowser's playing. Yeah. Sorry, Void. All right. Well, everybody, thank you all so much for coming through. Make sure to come back after the game. We'll do a quick post-game stream and stuff. So thank you all so much for coming through. Subscribe for Daily Ravens content. We'll see all of you again, hopefully, with the Ravens 1-0. Good luck to all your fantasy teams. If you guys make any bets, good luck on those. But most importantly, good luck to the Ravens.